Hi, I'm Pat Fiume. I've been a realtor for over 30 years. I'm a host of the American Dream Show. Welcome to my show, Is This for Real Estate?
Hi, we're here with Samantha Ehinger. She's a biologist at Adventure Aquarium. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for joining me today. I'm so excited to have you guys out here. Right now we're in front of our Ocean Realm exhibit. It is our largest exhibit here at Adventure Aquarium. And actually our divers are getting in right now. You probably just heard a big splash. Yeah. It's 750,000 gallons and contains some of my favorite animals, which are our 3 sea turtles and our great hammerhead shark.
And so what do you do here? What does your position entail?
Yeah, so I'm a biologist. I've been here for 10 years. Right now I take care of the quarantine facility, so I have a lot of large systems with either fish that need special treatment or maybe a closer eye on that are actually going to get ready to go into this exhibit. So it's a big job, but it's a lot of fun.
Now, I would think a place like this has a lot of teaching value.
We get a lot of camp groups and whatnot. Obviously, Camden is a little far away from the shore, so for the most part, anybody who lives around here, this might be the first time they see these animals in real time. So I just think it's wonderful. It has a beautiful value to add to people's lives.
And I guess you teach a little bit about the environment here as well as about the fish?
Yes, so anything that has to do with the health of our shorelines, the health of our coral reefs. We actually participate in horseshoe crab surveys, which is a local ecological thing we participate in, as well as we're one of the only aquariums that does the Florida Reef Track. So we actually have essentially rescued corals from the Florida coral reef.
I think when I was here the other day, we did a preview, we saw them growing coral.
Yes, that's
they
really
have a whole
incredible.
area where you grow coral for all different parts of the world.
Yeah, so we have
really cool.
So we've got corals that we grow for our in-house collection. So those are mainly Indo-Pacific corals, and then we actually just added a new exhibit for our Florida corals, and those are actually from the Florida Fish and Wildlife. And then the whole idea behind that is eventually when they figure out what's going on with those Florida corals, is we'll be able to implant them back on the reefs, and they'll be these nice healthy specimens.
So what else do you do here besides take care of this exhibit? You have a lot to do with the sharks.
Oh, so I do have a lot to do with the sharks. So we feed our large sharks 3 times a week. So the hammerhead, a week, yes. It's surprising, right?
Not like Jaws.
No, not every day, right? So most of our large sharks would really only eat about once a week in the out in the ocean, but here we offer them food 3 times a week, just to kind of keep them nice and satiated and happy.
So how much food does one shark eat? Just a curious idea, thinking.
There's a formula that I'm supposed to memorize, but it is per weight. So our larger sharks would get a larger percentage of their body weight fed to them per feed, and then our smaller sharks, obviously a smaller size. But for like our hammerhead, he's the only shark that we're feeding every single day because he is such a large shark. You want to keep up with his appetite.
He's a big boy. We saw, you only have one hammerhead?
We only have one hammerhead,
okay.
Yeah. He's our great hammerhead. He's named Anchor. I'm sure you've seen him swimming around. He's really hard to miss.
We've actually seen him a few times, yeah. He's a big boy.
He likes to kind of buzz by the our larger windows, and it's really cool to hear all those children be like, whoa! Yeah, I love it. And then, of course, in here we've got our sea turtles. So we have 2 green sea turtles and 1 loggerhead. And I've never seen a sea turtle out in the ocean when I was a child. So being able to see them here is pretty incredible.
And we grew up at the shore every weekend, and we've seen them, and it's really cool. But to see them here is even better because you get a good chance to really take a look at them.
Oh yes,
instead
definitely.
Of running away or just like they
dipping below the surface.
Yeah.
And then we always offer, especially during our busier seasons, we'll do lots of sea turtle enrichment. So we'll make sure that they're front and center, so you guys can really get up close and personal. We also offer behind the scenes tours, so you can come hang out with me if you want. I'll tell you all about the animals I take care of. You can also feed our sea turtles during our sea turtle encounter. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So what other behind the scenes things you have here?
So other than our behind the scenes tours, which takes you pretty much around every backup area. So if you really want to kind of peek behind the curtain, I definitely recommend that. It's pretty good for all ages, I would say. And then we have our sea turtle feeding. You can meet our penguins up close. You can meet our hippos up close. Which, even though I've been here for about 10 years, people still get surprised that we have 2 Nile hippos. And those guys are huge.
We saw them. Yeah, they're big boy.
They're a lot of fun. Big girls. Yeah, Jenny and Button.
That's right.
They're a lot of fun to see.
They're huge.
And then we also have our ambassador animals, or our wild thing encounters, where if you kind of want like a more subdued kind of hang out with the animals and really learn about them, they'll highlight some of the animals that you might not get to see on exhibit.
So what's your favorite part of being a biologist here?
Anytime I get to connect with a fish that I've never seen before, and I get to just like see it every day, get really happy, I get to feed it and interact with it, that's really special. As well as I loved working with the giant Pacific octopus. I've never worked with them before.
Is that the one in the little?
Yes, yeah. So giant Pacific octopuses are very intelligent, so it's really cool to kind of see how how he and she thinks and how they problem solve.
Or 2?
We have 1 right now.
Okay. Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much for all the information. I really appreciate you being here with us today.
Of course, come on down and say hi to us, guys.
We're here with Melissa Patterson, the events coordinator and guest experience manager. Thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So what area are we at here right now?
Yeah, so right now we are standing in our shark den window in front of our beautiful shark realm. It's the second largest exhibit we have, with about 550,000 gallons of water and 16 sharks.
So what do you do here as your duties at the Adventure Aquarium?
Sure, so I get to oversee pretty much everything that the guests interact with. So our guest experience side of things, which is all of the educational programs, the touch exhibits, and then the events portion, which is all the special events we have throughout the year, like our Christmas underwater events, Shark Summer. Oh yeah.
Okay. So what other things happen here? I know you had the mermaids here, and you have like scuba diving and things like that.
Yeah, totally. So the one of the best things about being here is there's always something new to see. There's always something new happening. So we are introducing a brand new Bubble Bash event to celebrate spring break. Like I said, we're getting into Turtle Scouts and Shark Summer for all of our summer conservation programs. Then we move into fall with our fantastic fall and our glowing pumpkins. Then Christmas underwater with Scuba Santa. So really all times of year, there's always something going on.
Like to see Santa underwater.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I guess you use this as a teaching venue as well. I see a lot of classes here with schools when we came in.
Yeah, so we have a really great partnership with the Center for Aquatic Sciences, who is our educational outreach partner. So they're the ones going out to schools, doing field trips, or doing those in-house classes. We want to expose our guests to things they don't have the opportunity to see outside, and just educate them about the world that they live in.
So I guess some of these children from the cities and things don't even get to see the sea water or ocean, let alone the creatures.
Absolutely. So we're really lucky to be in Camden. You know, we have a really wonderful community around us. We really want to focus on the community outreach. And even though we're right on the Delaware and in New Jersey, we're so lucky to be so close to the ocean. So many of our guests, they come here and this is the first time they're seeing any of these animals. So I'll never forget, we had a guest who he came with his wife, and he stopped me and he said, "Listen, I know this is going to sound weird. I'm going to walk my wife in. She's blindfolded." And they were in their probably late 60s. And she said, "I just want her to take the blindfold off when she's in front of your best exhibit. It's the first time she's going to see the ocean." And they were in
really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so definitely some core memories being made for guests of all ages, whether it's a 4-month-old who's just kind of exploring the world around them for the first time, or our guests in the ages of 80s and 90s,
So you have some please touch kind of exhibits here.
Totally, yeah. So we're a very touchable, very interactive aquarium. So we have our 3 touch exhibits. You can touch sharks, stingrays, toys, horseshoe crabs. Oh yeah, so we have the touch exhibits, and then we also have a lot of interactions as well. You know, we have crafts going on and different sensory areas too, just to kind of get all of that interaction and exploration of the world.
And you also have big events here. I saw that you had an auditorium, you have weddings, all kinds of venues here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you can celebrate everything here, whether it's you're on a field trip, just wanting to learn more, or you have a big life event going on, like baby showers, weddings, proms. We do it all.
Very cool here, I would imagine. And you have, I think that you see in this window, right, from the events room?
Yeah, absolutely. We're standing right next to our ballroom.
Can you imagine getting married and see a shark going by?
Yeah, we have weddings that happen in our shark
really
tunnel.
Cool. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Is there anything else that you can think about that would interest our viewers?
Sure. So I think one of the things that has kept me here for so long, you know, I'm coming up on my 9th year of being with the aquarium, and it's really the passion of our employees and the passion of our team. I'm so lucky not only to get surrounded by these amazing animals, but the amazing team that we work with, from the biologists, our guest services staff, our guest experience staff, all the way down to the admin offices downstairs. You know, everyone here is so passionate about what they do. They're passionate about bringing a great experience to the guests, and it never gets old.
I tell you, I've been to a lot of aquariums, and I think this is the best one I've ever been to.
Thank you.
And I saw some where they were rated #1 on the East Coast, and I can see why, because you have so many exhibits here and so much to do.
Yeah, I'm biased, but it's my favorite too.
All right, well, thank you so much for being with us today. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, we appreciate you visiting.
Okay.